traveling has been my driving force in life for the last 5 years. Whether it's by sea on my sailboat, or by land in my campervan and motorcycle, my sense of adventure has always acted as my compass. Subscribe to become a part of the journey and experience all the beautiful places and people I encounter along the way. Hey everyone! Welcome to another season of Taylor's Travels. The last season kind of ended off with me coming home to Canada, having this time just to kind of be myself and put the camera down and just get to enjoy the moment with the people that I know and the people that I love. It's really important for me to have that. For those of you who are new here or don't know or haven't seen any videos with my van yet, I will link some below. Basically, I bought Ruby when I was 18. And so that was December of 2017. You know, I lived in her for a little while and drove across the country, and since I've gotten a sailboat, the whole sailing thing has kind of taken up all my time, really. As you might recall from last season, I kind of had some issues with my engine on my sailboat. And so towards the end of the season, I made a plan to kind of take that old engine out and replace it with a new one. That has been a long process in the making. So because Sea Gypsy is down in Florida and she's in a boatyard right now, I'm not really able to live on it. And there still is a lot of work that I need to do aside from the engine and all that stuff that happened. I've got to kind of put in my own elbow grease and get a lot of jobs done. And so I need somewhere to live while I'm down there and working on the boat. I'm going to be doing some cosmetic work inside, refreshing things, updating things a little bit. I've gotten 300 watts of solar and also a new 1,000-watt inverter. She got new rear shocks, new front brake pads, oil change, checked all the fluids. Looking forward to this next chapter, and I think this next season is really going to be a good one. Honestly, I think I've got so much coming up. Last season pushed me and tested me, and now I feel like so many things are kind of lining up and coming into place for the better.
Taylor.
With Ruby looking all fresh and more like a home again, I was ready to set off on my little road trip back to the boat in Florida.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive.
After a couple of long days of driving and working,
Nothing to hold me back, take my time.
Ruby and I rolled into the Sunshine State.
A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
I'd been away from my sailboat for 6 months. During that time, the process of repowering began with a full deconstruction of the galley, in order to be able to remove the old engine and all of the old wiring. I was lucky enough to be able to return just in time for the big day. The day my brand new 50 horsepower Beta Marine engine would be installed. This repowering project was a huge financial undertaking for me. With the support of my incredible patrons and contributions through GoFundMe, a little over half of the cost of this project had been raised. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every person who contributed to making this possible. I would not have been able to get my boat back on the water if it weren't for you. The transmission does not quite line up with the prop shaft, and so they've tried to kind of angle it to allow for that to line up a bit better, and they've shimmed the front end of the engine, and still it's not quite enough. So what they're going to have to do is switch that out for a down angle transmission. That way it'll be able to align more accurately, and they can bring the angle down and have the engine sit more level. The down angle transmission is allowing for that angle instead of having to angle the whole engine itself. So that part should be coming in a couple days. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be here for the splashing and the sea trial, but the guys will be able to do that, and they'll try and take some video for me and let me know how it goes.
So you can see that the coupler there is a bit too low, and this is a bit too high.
I had to leave Gypsy Moon behind one last time to attend the Annapolis boat show. I had such a fantastic time getting to meet people who follow and support my channel in person, as well as getting to meet and hang out with a bunch of other sailing YouTube channels. Getting to spend a bit of time with some familiar faces was also really nice, especially because a lot of us sailors are usually in very different parts of the world. At one point, I think we managed to fit 13 of us with room to spare inside Ruby.
Is that not what we all do? Is that normal?
The man, the myth,
I don't
the
think
legend.
Alright, let's get it.
And of course, it was an absolute treat to be reunited with the little nugget again.
Why are you so intense about that?
Do it again.
Meanwhile, back in Florida, Gypsy Moon was getting all finished up and ready to be put back in the water where she belongs. Well, everyone, I'm back to boat life! I cannot even begin to say how amazing it feels to be back on board and have Sea Gypsy in the water and just kind of be past a lot of the difficulties. I mean, the whole work of the engine and everything that's being done, it feels amazing to kind of have it all being settled now. And we took it for a quick sea trial the other day, and spent the last couple of days just kind of tweaking a few little things, making sure everything's right. And then aside from the engine work that is now done, there still is a lot of work that needs to be done that I'm gonna have to do myself and with help. And so I've got a giant to-do list of installs and upgrades and things that I need to do. Most of them are just like out of preference, things that I want to have, things that will make me feel safer and kind of make the boat a little bit better. And so that is what the next couple of weeks is going to entail, is just a load of boat jobs and fixing things, installing a lot of new things. I've got new radar, new chart plotter, new wind sensor, a new solar arch going on back there. So there's a ton of stuff happening, and it feels good to have this momentum going forward.